People are leaving comments like the mail holder of the camera is a Karen. Man, that videographer is annoying. Why is that guy making up a big story? Why couldn't that guy mind his own business? How's it going, everyone? You're watching Sights, Sounds, Flavors on YouTube, SightsSoundsFlavors.com. If at any time you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications so you won't miss a single video, and please leave a comment down below. You know, I am that videographer. I am him. I taped a video April the 9th, 2024 at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport where the old Karen that worked for Spirit Airlines berated the young Karen who, according to what a lot of the people in that line had to say, probably instigated the whole thing. Now, the old Karen came back the first time, and that time it caught my eye. She said she was a filthy-mouthed woman, yelled at her from the side, and stormed off. But when she came back, I knew something was going to happen. So I took out the phone and I started recording. Now, a lot of you have complimented me on my reporting skills by speaking on a very, very low level, almost as if I was narrating or commentating on a golfing match or golfing session. I don't know. I'm not a golfer. And I appreciate that. I really do. It touched my heart. I would touch my heart right now, but I got my microphone here. And I started recording. And I recorded only what I thought was pertinent. I didn't keep recording after Blonde Karen declined me the interview. But I wanted to ask her for an interview on camera so you all knew that I was trying to get the full story. Old Karen stormed off. Where? I don't know. Some people say she went back to the ticket counter. Other people say she dropped the deuce. I don't know why people would say she dropped the deuce unless she was cutting the cheese while she was berating the younger Karen. The reality of the matter, though, is that people do not like the video. Some people don't like it. The overwhelming response, reaction, sentiment has been one of shock. Wow. If I had to pick a term. That's why I said wow, and I gasped when the old Karen said F you too. And she didn't just say F you, she said the whole 4-letter word. And everybody in that line was shocked. I mean, they were like, wow. And those that didn't say wow or oh wow said it with their face. The man that looked as if he had just slept on the beach, the man elegantly, impressively, immaculately dressed in that blue suit, you could see it on his face too. The girl with the big bonnet, the couple behind Blonde Karen, the Indian man that looked over. You could see it. Now, maybe he's from Sri Lanka or Bangladesh. Maybe he's from New Jersey. I don't know. But he couldn't help but looking over. I'm glad that I taped that. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me tell you a couple of 3 things. First of all, if I didn't tape that and Blonde Karen had been sidelined, not allowed to fly, and called and complained, they never would have believed her. Sure, she was flying on a premier airline like Spirit. Sure, she paid top dollar for her seat. But they would not have believed her because it would have been the word of the employee versus the word of the passenger. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to go with the word of the employee because that's just how it is. It's that wide yellow line. The reality of the matter, though, is that by documenting it, even though I never saw the Blonde Karen again, there's a good chance that she saw the video, which now has over 20 million views on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, MySpace, a place for friends. And the fact is now she has what you call proof. So on that level, I'm happy that I did the recording. But I'm also happy that I narrated the situation, because had I not narrated the situation, many of you saying I didn't get the full story would have been even angrier because I didn't even give you the story that I gave you. You wouldn't have known the context. You wouldn't have known that old Karen had basically confronted younger Karen once before, and this was her second go-around. I'm also happy that I narrated, because when I asked young Karen for an interview, after saying, "What did you say to her?" and she declined, a lot of people say that between her declining and that little smile that she made after old Karen stormed off, whether going back to the ticket counter or to take a massive dump, showed signs that she may in fact have instigated the whole affair by being rude in the first place. And you would not have known that had I not been filming. So there are a lot of things that came out of me filming that are important, even though some of you think I shouldn't have done it. Now others say, why didn't I mind my own business? Well, I think that that's a fine how do you do. I mean, if you see injustice, don't you want to stop it? Or at least document it so that it won't happen again in the future? I mean, I think that goes to our core American values. People that don't want to cause trouble are not responsible for stopping horrible institutions, horrible practices. They just go along to get along. That's no way to live. That's not how I want to live. And that's probably how most of you don't want to live. The people that say, why didn't this guy just mind his own business, are a small minority, but a vocal one. And I will, of course, address all comments, whether they're a minority comment, a majority comment, whether it's one of a kind. Because I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to type into your phone or into your laptop or your desktop or your iPad, because you want to share your reaction to my video. So of course I'm going to recognize that. It doesn't mean that I have to agree with it. It doesn't mean that I have to think that it's a great way to live. I became an attorney because I wanted to fight for social change, and I wanted to fight against injustice. And to me, documenting an injustice that 20 million plus people are going to see is pretty close second to coming to the aid of the person and stopping it. Because 20 million people have seen this video. 20 million people in Iowa, in California, in North Korea, Iran, South Africa, and Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan, and Zamunda have seen this video. So look, the reality of the matter is that, look, you can say I should have minded my own business, but I say, if I see injustice, I'm either going to stop it or I'm going to document it so that it hopefully doesn't happen again. But I have to tell you guys that I don't have any regrets of making that video. And I don't have any regrets of the follow-ups. And I appreciate all the comments. And if you want to call me a Karen for Karen, then I guess so be it. You want to call me a Karen for caring about the young Karen, caring about fighting injustice. If you want to call me a Karen for Karen, then I guess I'm guilty as charged. I guess I have to live with that title. I have to live in your mind with that designation. Do I agree with it? No. But what can I do? What can I say? If I've got to go down as a martyr in your mind, as somebody that stood up for the right thing to do, then so be it. Think of me as a Karen for Karen. But I'll never stop caring, even if you think I'm a Karen. Not sure what else I can say. Have a good one. And let the Lord have you and keep you.